So I've just been on a little walk and found this nice little spot to have a sit and a think. So most mornings, I say most mornings, some mornings, I go on a little walk, and that's to clear my head. So I have a condition called hypermobility syndrome, which means that occasionally I am wheelchair bound, very occasionally actually, and sometimes I have a walking stick to help me, and so I can't walk very far. But on the days that I am as well as I can be, I go on a little walk, and I either walk around the development that I live, I listen to music, or I go to a World Country Park, which I live right next door to, and I just have a little walk and listen to the birds and clear my head. So most nights I struggle to sleep because I have about 100 things firing off in my brain throughout the night, and I wake up quite a lot with ideas that I have, or thoughts, or sometimes panic, mad panic in the middle of the night that I've read something a few days prior that I didn't quite understand, or I spotted that doesn't really make any sense. So this was quite intense before the election, of just like reading through council papers and then realising a few days later that there might be something in there that isn't quite what it seems. So then I write that down in a notepad that I keep next to my bed. I used to start off with post-it notes. Don't recommend that, because then you'd write on a post-it and then you'd put it on the door or on the wall, and then I'd wake up in the morning and just like my bedroom would be covered in post-its. So now I just have a notepad, and then in the morning I go through all the thoughts and ideas and things that I've written down, and then on my little walk I sort of organise it in my brain into what's useful, what's a load of rubbish, what don't I actually understand, what I've written down, and then the useful stuff I then work out what I'm going to do with it. So sometimes it can be blog ideas, and so then I will work on that, do some research for my blogs, or I'll send an email asking some questions to people if it's something I don't understand, and just do some research. So my walk is to clear everything in my brain. If I've got any anxieties, worries, upsets, that kind of thing, then I churn through all that as well. And then I've got an app that is one of those like speak to text apps. So if I have a burning desire to come up with some form of vlog or something there and then, and I feel really pumped and inspired, then I will start just talking into my phone as I'm walking, and then I get home and half of it's written. Then I have to rewrite half of it, because sometimes the app just puts really random words in, and so sometimes it is a bit of a translation job afterwards, but the gumph is done, and so that's really good. And walking is really good for my mental health. So the doctors say to me that you need to carry on walking, you need to carry on doing, because when I first became ill with my condition, I just stopped doing everything. I was really scared of hurting myself, and I have got fear of water, so swimming is kind of out, and so now I'm sort of building up my strength mentally and physically, and so walking, and each time I try and walk a little bit further. So I do highly recommend it. I thought the doctors were just telling me a load of rubbish basically, but then I thought, right, well, I'll give it a go, and it is actually really good. So that's what I do in the morning. It makes me feel a lot calmer and happier. So once I've been for a walk, it makes me feel a lot better all round, and then I can face the day with some form of plan in my mind of how I'm going to tackle the day. So I thought I would share that with you, so you can get to know me a little bit better, know a little bit more about the inner workings of the brain of Sam Murray, which is a little bit alarming, and that this is, the mornings are the important thing. Is I go through everything in the morning when I can walk. When I can't, then I find it very frustrating, because I've come to rely on these moments of seeking clarity, and then I'll go home, have a cup of tea, and then get cracking on the day. But yes, I highly recommend for your mental health and just general well-being, to just go out for a walk if you're able to. And so yeah, that's me this morning. I feel a little bit zen right now. I may just sit here for a little while because it sounds really nice, and then I'll try and find my way back, because I'm not sure what direction I walked today. So if you don't see me again, then I never found my way back home. But yeah, so that's kind of me, my morning, and how I deal with my maddening brain. So I will catch you all later.